horse lovers. Today, Vanna and I would like to talk to you about using a strategy called counting the strides in order to help get the canter to have a little more lift, to come up through the withers a bit. The canter is an especially difficult gait to both carry a rider in and be the rider in. It requires that we both have a level of fitness, especially around our spine stabilizing muscles, right? The psoas muscle group. And the difficulty that happens with the canter is oftentimes we ask our horses to canter and we get all excited and happy that the canter is happening. But before you know it, they're falling onto the forehand and sort of chasing themselves forward. And neither of you feel very comfortable after just a few strides. So the longer you leave your horse in the canter, the more likely they are to lose their balance. And so when they lose their balance and they lose their confidence, they get impulsive and emotional and all of those things. So it's a really great habit to get into while you're developing fitness in the canter, to do more transitions rather than just get into the canter any which way you can and stay there for very long. So I'm going to pick up short reins for this exercise with Vanna because we've already been working on it a little bit, but it's not nearly far enough along to be able to do it on a loose rein. And I'm going to pick 7 strides of canter to be my number. The more forward your horse is, the fewer number of strides you're going to want to pick, and the shorter, right, the harder it is to get your horse to pick up the canter. You might want to do 9 or 10 strides instead of 7 to begin with. Okay, so my goal is I'm going to pick up a canterable trot first, right? That's the first thing I'm going to do. Then from that canterable trot, then I'll ask for the canter. I'm going to count 7 strides, and as she's doing the 7th stride, I'm going to start preparing her and myself to ask for the walk, okay? And my goal is that we walk immediately after the 7th stride of canter. Now, that's not very likely to happen. This is only our 2nd or 3rd time to play with this strategy, but that's my ultimate goal, right? That the transitions are precise. As my horse gains comfort and fitness in this exercise, and eventually I want to be able to do it walk to canter transitions, but for now we're going to need a canterable trot in order to pick up a nice canter, and then we'll count 7 strides, walk, and then we're going to walk until my horse feels relaxed. I want to put her back on a loose rein and feel like her emotions have come back to neutral before I start again. The goal being also that we would have to walk for fewer and fewer strides before we could pick up the canter again and still have everything stay nice and relaxed. So here we go. I'm going to pick up a trot. It's not a very trottable, a canterable trot. You feel how it feels like she's sort of sucking back. That's a girl. So I'm going to give her a little tap on the shoulder. There we go. That just says, hey, a little more forward, please. There we go. This is a canterable trot. So as we come through the corner, I'm going to double cluck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we did this yesterday. She was too good. I should have filmed it yesterday. You can see I can come right back to the walk. As she relaxes, I can put her on a loose rein. I'm not having to hold her back. So I'm going to do it a couple more times. Pick up the trot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, walk. That was pretty good. So the transition that's lacking is actually the snappiness into the canter. I'm going to walk until it feels like she's relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, drop. It's okay. So I got the canter to part a little snappier, and then I lost the other end. No big deal. It's all about swinging the pendulum back and forth. We're just messing around here, just having fun, just being silly. we're not curing cancer, and my new way of putting things in perspective is we're not curing COVID here, folks, right? We're just messing around, trying to help my horse learn to lift her withers. Really not of a ton of consequence other than her comfort. Good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. But it's the upward transition is getting better. There, and she's about to blow out. That's a good sign too. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I anticipated her taking a little longer to make the downward transition. So I started preparing her for it sooner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I don't need to let go of the reins. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo, that felt nice. Did you see her back come up? That was great. So, to let her know that she got the right answer there, I'm going to give that topic a rest. That means all I have to do to give that topic a rest is change directions. All right? So now the left lead is resting, and I can do the same exercise on the right lead. I'm going to let her just catch her breath here for a second. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's anticipating the downward transition now. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that was not so bad. I'm going to let her walk this one out a little bit. Just a little pushy on my inside leg. There we go. That's a girl. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that one felt really good. Much better than the first two. Okay, so again, to let her know that she's on the right track, that I appreciate her efforts, I don't want to keep asking her the same question. If she was more fit, I'd probably do each side 2 more times. I like to go by the rule of 3 when it comes to rehearsal and developing a behavior. But we're both a little bit out of shape, and I feel like if I asked her for more cantering at this point, I'd be asking her to do something that her body would struggle to be able to do. So we're not fit enough to do the rule of 3 right now, so we're going to go for a trail ride around the double S here so we can keep building our fitness in hopes that we can do more and more cantering. I hope you found that helpful.